What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Think I'm on. I think I'm on. Nobody's here. Cinema King in the house. What's going on, Cinema King? How's a good life? How's a good life? Eric Hacker. What's going on, stranger? Boss man. I need you. This is a show I should have did with you. There, light skinned Jackson. What's up? Y'all ain't coming back. Let it go. Let it go. Y'all ain't coming back. Y'all are not coming back. Girl, stop playing. Why you? Hey, I'm gonna get to the blue. I'm gonna get to the blue. What's going on? What's cracking lacking? I gotta be good today. My boss is here, so I gotta behave. See everybody what's going on. All right. Well, today is it's the first of the month. I should have had my Bone Thugs and Harmony playing. Y'all know what it is. I'm going to get started because I got some things I want to get out my system. Hey, Samiko, what's happening with you? How you been, stranger? Milk, what's going on? What's going on? Bertina Renee, how are you? Katrina Dunbar, the lovely one. What's going on? What's going on? Damon Johnson, what's happening? Y'all know how we do this. The door, I ain't locked out. Stop playing. Y'all gonna have to get to a new scenery in a minute. Hey, welcome to Random Thoughts with DVP. I'm your host, DVP. Damn, look like I need to trim my beard up a little bit. If my stylist was here, she would have took care of that for me, but she left me to do something, I don't know, some about work or some craziness. Who does that? Just leave me hanging. But I ain't gonna say nothing. It's the first, there goes Son of a King swapping pages. It's 5 out there. I got a lot of things coming up. It's gonna be a busy week in the birthday. What's going on, Mary Anthony? How you been? How's the good life? Mary, what state are you in again? We might be coming to your town soon with a play. Omar Davis, what's going on, man? It's been a minute. All right, well, today's the first. It is what, Wednesday? Do I thank you? Oh, because my stylist wasn't here. Hold on, let me just do this right quick. Which necklace are we going with? Farad, nephew, what's happening? Y'all like the black one or y'all like the earth tone one? Tina Trail, what's going on? What's happening with y'all? Farad, why you on the wrong page? I ain't even gonna talk bad about you. Boss, why you on the wrong page? Y'all supposed to be on Random Thoughts with DVP. Which necklace y'all like? Okay, now I don't think we're going to Kentucky. All right, which necklace? Ed Harris, interesting fella. Which necklace y'all like? I gotta wear one of them. Hey, Tina. Okay, put the orange one on. All right. Let me change braces right quick. So I'm getting good at this set change thing. You on the right page? Okay, yeah. Hey, Kathy, what's going on? What's going on, Kim Jennings? What's happening? So y'all know how we do this. Hey, Miss Dickens, I can't even pronounce that first name, so blame it on the small typing. This is Random Thoughts with DVP. I am your host, DVP, and today we're gonna do a show about pro-black means what? Roy Coder, what's happening? But before we get into that, like I say, there's some things going on. Hey, the hair show is in town. I think I will be modeling in a hair show Saturday, if what I got is correct. I'm also gonna be cast for a part in a little mini series soon, so y'all watch out. Y'all gonna be needing autographs. And listen now, for real, I done told y'all. If I blow up, I'm gonna act funny. I ain't got no shame. I'm gonna talk funny. I'm gonna change my name from DVP to DVP. I'm gonna keep my pinky out all the time. I'm just letting y'all know. Don't be like, oh, you know, you this, now you act like you don't know nobody. I'm just letting y'all know up front. I'm gonna act like I don't know nobody. Except for you, boss. You know what I'm saying? We got history. Me, you, Cyclops. We got history. So yeah, that's what's going on. Check out that. I can't say it's my debut because I've been in a couple of things before, but let's see what happened with the acting thing. I'm gonna keep y'all abreast of that. And the modeling thing is going on. I'm trying to talk my mother boss man into doing a calendar. Ladies, would y'all pay for a calendar full of good looking men? I mean, like let's see, 15 months of good looking men, two men per month. Would y'all pay $25 for a calendar? I mean, of course, I'm gonna be in it now, so watch what you say. Watch what you say. All right, any birthdays, anniversaries I need to speak of? Y'all ready for school to start back? Did y'all donate some money to your school teachers so they can get some supplies? $10? Anybody done that yet? Thank you. I got the orange on now. Even got the bracelets. Y'all know how I go. Real Kings wear pink. LA Pink Creative Creations. Hey Rose, what's Robert Stafford in the house? Robert, don't let me forget, man. But then I need to call you for real because I got something that you might be interested in. I got some things going that you might be able to help me out with. I'm always looking to do good things with good people. You know what I'm saying? Me and Robert, we fuss like brothers, we fight like brothers, but at the end of the day, we're going to come back like brothers. What's going on, Harriet Byrne? John L. Latoria, such a lady. Brito is in the house. John L., the voice of reason, is here. So check this out. I had some things I wanted to talk about. You know, my voice of reason gave me some good topics. And I'm gonna get to the LeBron James and the schools and stuff, and this all plays into pro-black because you know, I got my own page. I'm in 100 groups. I love to see what the people are thinking, and I like to ask questions. Anybody who knows me now on the pages, I just like to ask questions, and very rarely will I talk after that, just so that I'm not overly influencing anybody. But when I go to other people's page, I will speak. Because I like to have the open dialogue. The only way we can learn stuff is to listen to other people's opinion, whether we agree with them or not. Sometimes people have a whole different perspective, and that's something that we don't seem to value in other people. Either you think my way, or you cooning, you Uncle Tom, and you doing whatever it is, and I'm so confused because I've said this in other shows. We can all have a different agenda, as long as our agenda is to get to the top. We don't have to all have the same priorities. That's just not going to happen. I mean, the biggest example I can give you is my family is my priority. I'm not knocking nobody else's family. John L. got a girl and a baby. That's his priority. Does his priority mean that, I should have a problem with that? And so it's crazy that when we don't value the same things outside of our own personal values, which is the whole system, we want to start calling each other names because we value other things more than other things. And I'm watching some of these people who, the W's, the woke people, who love to start name calling or want to, they just want to be mean and degrading because you either challenge their thought process or you don't agree with it. There are lots of things that I say that y'all don't agree with. But for those of y'all who paying attention, it's just another way of thinking. It's just another thought process because we all came up in different circumstances. We all grew up differently. We all got our own priority system. So we don't know what's going on in other people's life. My niece, one of her biggest issues is breastfeeding in public. It doesn't mean a whole lot to me. Does that mean I devalue her opinion? Absolutely not. I just don't have the strong I don't have the strong feelings about it that her and her husband do. I respect that. I'm gonna let them do a show on that. But if somebody asked me, was it something important to me? Because one, we're not having no more babies. So it's just something that I never had to deal with. So I don't let her have a lot of passion for it. I like when she talks about it because I can feel it through her passion. But for me to sit back and tell her, oh, there are more important things than breastfeeding, for me as a man, there probably are. But for her as a mom with a young baby, it's probably not. So as opposed to sitting back, calling her names, telling her all the other issues in the world, that makes no sense. Hey, Aquilia Davis, Allison Calloway, how are you ladies? Charles Williams in the house. What's going on, Light Bright? So I'm confused as to why we have to associate something with being our main agenda, and anybody who doesn't do it, first thing they want to holler is we can't never agree on nothing. But we don't have to agree on the same sub issues. We just have to agree on getting to the top of the mountain without calling each other names, without being degrading. Everybody got their own fight. The more people that we have fighting different fights, the better our overall progress will be. Pro-black does not mean being anti-white. Hey, what's going on, McDuffie? Pro-black does not mean that every time somebody black say something, we jump on it and ride with it. Hey, Josette, how are you? So I'm confused. Why is it that we think when somebody black do something, one, we gotta all jump on it? There were good people and there were bad people. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, all of that. So why is it when somebody black does something and we challenge it, then we challenging the system? When we're not, we just challenge the legitimacy of it. And if you have a legitimate program, you should want the challenges so that you can make sure it's going the right way it's supposed to. Ernest Moore and Team EMI in the house. Rod Thomas with his photography business is also here again. Sonia Thomas, how are you? So I'm just confused on why we can't agree that we can all have a different value system. Hey, Mommy Diengasala, you got to phonetically pronounce that one for me. Welcome to the show. So, but, you know, and I'm sitting here, and y'all say, you know, one of my issues is the whole football thing. Because for me, and I ain't going to dwell on this long, it's not about football. It's about all the mom and pop organizations and the little kids that depend on football. I mean, I'm reading one post where we saying, oh yeah, it's a good thing these kids out here selling water, making money because they could be doing this, they could be doing that. Well, doesn't the same thing apply to the football season, to any sporting events? There are a bunch of kids who are doing these little vending things. There are a bunch of little mom and pop organizations who have businesses set up to make money at these events. So if we start doing something, this is just one man's opinion. Don't we hurt them more than we hurt the billionaires? So if we're going to do something, well, again, one man's opinion, that's the wrong something. Football, basketball, hockey, none of that has anything to do with what's going on politically. They can support who they want to support, like we support who we want to support. If we follow politics, and we don't, we follow race, and too many times we've gotten race baited by being pro-black into black people who mean us harm. Where they come from back in our young days when we got black drug dealers and we made an excuse for them. They chose to sell drugs amongst their own. They chose the money over ethnic pride. But we didn't castrate them. We started making excuses for them. They chose to hurt us. Hey, Sally Freeman. So I'm so confused when we start hollering ethnic pride and we relate ethnic pride to football. We relate ethnic pride to Walmart. We relate ethnic pride to Home Depot, or we relate ethnic pride to a bunch of things. That ethnic pride, well, I'm confused. I pronounced it all right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what's going on, Harold Carter? So why is it that we just can't all have a different arena to fight in? Me and Farad, that's my nephew. We don't agree on everything. We respectfully disagree on some things, and we understand that we have different value systems and we have a different point of view. Farad is in his 30s. I'm in my 50s. I look at things a whole lot different than he does. I've had a few more experiences in some things that he has. There's some things he's experienced that I've never known. He's an expert in those. I'm not. So if he speaks on those and I'm listening, because I ain't gonna say I don't agree, I just don't understand. But when he speaks with the passion, he wins me over. I'm not necessarily, I can't say I'm always changing my mind, but I'm open-minded now because I'm getting a different idea as opposed to sitting around talking about what he is or what he ain't because he don't agree with what I'm agreeing with. Hey, DeAndrea Shepard Tillman, how are you? What's going on, Yardley? And I don't get that. Yardley Hines, friend of mine, cop, we work for different agencies. We don't have the same priorities. Doesn't mean his are wrong, doesn't mean mine are wrong. We have different priorities. But one different priority don't make me a name, don't make him a name. We have to do what works for us. And why does it have to mean calling names? Pro-black does not mean anti-white. Pro-black does not mean I have to be stupid and go with everything black that comes along. Everybody black does not mean me good. Everybody white does not mean me good. Everybody white does not mean me harm. Everybody black does not mean me harm. There's a point where I have to use discernment. Hey, Valencia Walker, don't think I forgot. We're still going to do a show on long-distance relationships. You think I forgot? I'm still waiting on the phone call. And so I don't get why is it that we can't all have a different agendas, but the goal is still the same. What's up, Philip Neely? Valencia Walker, she just walked in. Valencia Walker's in a long distance relationship. Her priorities, I bet her priorities are not the same as mine. Whether it's relationship, whether it's black people, that doesn't mean hers are wrong or mine are wrong. It just means we're in different places, but she can fight hers, I can fight mine, and we can educate each other at the same time. I can't tell her what her priorities should be. She's a woman. I'm sure that most of her priorities are going to be way different than mine. For Rod is married and in his 30s, his priorities are going to be way different than mine. My brother Sean Bell, we 50, but we came up in almost two different lifestyles. Our priorities are not going to be the same. He has a mentality, I have a mentality. But that doesn't mean his is wrong or mine is wrong. It means we're talking about what we know best and what we've been through. Hey, what's going on, Carol? And that's what I don't get. When somebody doesn't agree with you and your way of thinking, why they got to be names? Hey, Von Tricia Midlock, how are you? Reginald Leonard, what's going on? So when we talk about what we're going to do, why is it that we all have to agree on the same thing? Why? If we all fight the same fight, then what happens when we get tricked and somebody come around the back door? While we all talking about the 45 tweeting and we talking about the kids who being separated from their families, boom, they making it so we can get guns through advanced printing machines. Almost snuck through. Switching bait. What's going on, Clara Dartes? Kendall Star Williams, how are you? Welcome to the show. So, and I'm just saying this because I'm tired of watching us fight and disagree, and we doing it with ignorance. I was just part of another fight, and I'm watching it, and they calling dude, oh, you old Uncle Tom again. So you ain't even read the book because you don't even know who Uncle Tom is. Because if you call somebody Uncle Tom, it's actually a good thing. But because we're unintelligent and we just like throwing out names because call Uncle Tom is a good thing. Uncle Tom tried to save slaves. Sambo was the one who, Sambo, I want y'all to remember this. If you watch the show, please stop saying Uncle Tom if you mean something derogatory. Sambo is the right phrase, okay? If you don't believe me, read the book, Uncle Tom's Cabin. For those of y'all who question where I got it from, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Read the book. Understand. If you're going to use a slur, know what the slur means and why you're slurring somebody. Hey, Erica Colleen, what's going on with you? So, but the point is, again, there are a lot of different issues going on in society, in our homes, in our races, in our relationships. Everybody's choices ain't the same. People who are happily married are looking at things totally different from people who want to be divorced and they threaten to kill each other. People who've been through domestic violence are looking at something totally different from people who are depressed, who are looking at something totally different from people who are poor, who are looking at something totally different from something else. And this is what we don't get. And this is why we got to stop beating each other down, because we don't get it. People who got sick kids got a whole different priority system. They want a better medical system. People who got kids in high school want school safety. They worried about the guns and stuff. People who are education driven ain't worried about the guns so much as they worried about the outdated books. Just because you pick one of those and not the other one to be first doesn't mean that you're, oh, you neglecting your own. Oh, you stupid. Oh, you a coon. Oh, you this. Oh, you. If your best rebuttal to an argument is name calling, your argument is shitty. So if you want to be pro-black, thank you, Katrina. Being pro-black means you're just pro-black. That's it. You want to help promote the black cause. You don't have to be derogatory to anybody or anything to help the black cause. For instance, let's say y'all watching this show right now. I'm assuming I've seen some of y'all before. Some of y'all like the show. What's going on, Alfonso Hagan? Some of y'all like the show. And if anybody who watches the show, I always ask for the same thing at the end of the show. Tell me how I can make the show better. See, that's pro-black. You helping me to be better. You watching my show. You taking time out of your day. This is a 2-hour show. I don't know how much time some of y'all taking, but the fact that y'all support me and watching this with me, hey, Katrina Vickers, hey, Amy Woodson, and y'all give me feedback, that means you are part of the pro-black process right now. Okay? But being pro-black does not mean you have to hate white people or anybody else. For instance, here's Amy Woodson. Amy Woodson, I've never met her. She's supposed to come on the show. She's pro-black. She's white. Pro-black. She's not anti-white. She just likes what she likes and she supports what she supports. So when we doing this, there you go. I got to be careful. I forgot to get a straw and I didn't want to get up. Pro-black just means you help support black movements. You don't support all of them because all of them aren't supportable. But you pick the ones and you're doing it. But it doesn't mean you're anti anything. But what you don't want is to just summarily follow black people just because they're black. Because we've proven time and time again that all black people don't have black people in their best interest. So let's stop. Because somebody challenges something, for instance, everybody's seen the news about LeBron James at school. Awesome thing. But the Admiral, David Robinson opened one. Still going. Jalen Rose opened one. Still going. Deion Sanders had one. Not still going. Remember we had the guy, I want to say a couple of months ago. Hey, Fifi. Who was taking money from HBCU students doing false enrollment. What was that about? But we don't want to discuss these things. And just having faith in somebody strictly because of their color, that's not being pro-black. That's being pro-stupid. Make them show you that they can do what it is you want. Make them earn it. You want to try them out. You want to give people a chance. Hey, John Reed, what's going on? And giving them a chance does not mean blindly doing whatever they say. And we look at this. Why you pick them? Oh, I'm anybody that's black, I'm gonna do them. And that's how a lot of us we sink. Being pro-black does not just mean doing any and everything black. It's so crazy. I had an argument on one of my pages on Facebook, and the girl was like, we shouldn't use nothing that white people make. And I'm thinking, wow, really? You know, Facebook was created by a white guy. So you saying, you wouldn't even have this venue if it wasn't for, and he didn't do it for the good or any of that, but whatever. So why is it that you want to hate on everything that white people do? Breaking news. Black people didn't invent everything. We need other races. We need other cultures just like they need us. So being pro-black does not mean that you have to be anti-anything. Being pro-black does not mean you got to come down on somebody who doesn't support something that you want to support. What's going on, Frank Jones? What you want to support just might not make sense. And if somebody asks you to explain it, see, it's people like you. And I'm going to go for that. If asking questions means that I'm anti, then I'm going to go for that. Because before I follow anybody, I want to ask some questions. Hey, Mamie Bell, how are you? Hey, Ayaba Bella, how are you? Welcome to the show. So we gotta quit wanting to call people names because they think differently, but we don't even want to hear what they got to say. Who we follow is who we follow. I know a lot of you guys like Farrakhan. I'm not a Farrakhan fan. Not to say that he doesn't say anything good. My experiences, I tend not to want to follow Farrakhan. I feel the same way about Ernest. Ernest likes Umar Johnson. I don't. Hey, Nat Turner. I do follow a couple of athletes who do things because I like to point those things out. Sports, the things we want to boycott. Some of these sports figures are using their money for the advancement of black people. So why would I boycott these sports and help take away some of that funding? See, I know because I've done some inner city camps that Nike sponsored. So I have a problem boycotting Nike. I don't like some things Nike stands for, but for me to summarily say I'm a boycott Nike when they do give some of the money back. I ain't seen nothing that Disney's done yet. I think they say they gave some money to the Boys Club, like $1 million, which means they paid like pennies on the dollar for what they made off the movie. So why do I ain't saying nothing's wrong with opening the school, Mary. Oh no. I was just saying. I applaud him opening the school. Yeah. I'm just saying. But for some people, that's a great thing. Some people, it wasn't. I got some haters on the page who said about it. But when we compare him, if we compare him to Umar, or we compare him to Deion Sanders, him to Jalen Rose, him to David Robinson, who also, all them open schools except for Umar. Some of the schools did good, some of them didn't. Some of them schools had ulterior motive, kind of like Donald Trump's school. His schools suck, but there are some white schools that don't suck. We can't be so pro-black to the point that we don't want to investigate and see what it's about and then make an informed opinion as opposed to making a random opinion just because, they black, so we're going to support them regardless. Hey, Brenda Curry, Turner, how are you? Good job. Even though I ain't been here, I've been watching you. I've been watching you. You didn't tag. I think today or yesterday you didn't tag me, but I'm watching you. But yeah, I'm so tired of my blackness being challenged because I question something that's questionable. I have questions. If people want me to invest in something, I have questions. Just because you say, oh, we're doing this for the black people, invest in it. Well, okay, well, tell me this, tell me this, tell me this. Show me this. Show me where this is legitimate. Show me this. Oh, see, that's what some people now. They just, if a white man should do it, what makes you think I just go around blindly supporting white people? I'm so confused about that. And it seems like that's our first and only answer to a lot of stuff. Well, if you don't know me, you don't know what I blindly do. It's a cute response, but you're basing it again on some more non-facts. When I ask you to give me something to support what you're saying, where can I look up to see if this is legit? What's your business license number? What's this? Well, why you need out to see if you're legit? If it's a nonprofit, you got a 501 what 501c or 501c or something like that. Where's the paperwork? See, if somebody else said, what? When people come to my door, I don't give them money. I don't know who they are. They can tell me what they're doing, and it sounds all cute. I don't like buying Girl Scout cookies off people on the street. I like buying my Girl Scout cookies from people who come to me with a form or in a uniform. But just because they got some cookies and they got a stand, I don't like buying cookies from them because I don't know who I'm supporting. That's me. What you do, and I ain't knocking it, but don't knock me because I choose to do business and I choose to do a little research. And I'm just picking at you, Ernest. But like I say, we got people who blindly follow Umar Johnson, and he says a lot of things, and he likes to stir a lot of pots in a lot of people. Oh, he challenging this, he challenging that. But from what I see, all he keep doing is taking black people money. He still ain't built the school yet. LeBron got one built. Nothing wrong with asking questions. And if you asking people questions and they can't give you answers, all they can give you is rhetoric and name calling, then that's not a pro-black establishment. That's a run like hell establishment. Leave them. Leave them. When people want business from me, and I have to tell them why they should pick me for business if I want their business. If I say, what, you just gonna give your business to the white man? You gonna give your business to the Asians? If that's all I got, then I'm not a good businessman. You should pick me because I'm black. So what happened with another black runner? Now you got to pick between two blacks. What you gonna do? Split it? So come on. And like I said, I'm watching us. Us being pro-black is almost making us anti-black because it is not making us anti-black. It's just making us blindly black. Blackness is about knowledge. What's the thing say? Blackness is not just about color. It's knowledge. Know who you are, know why you are, know what it is that'll take to make you better, then what it'll take to make your outside community better. I live in a subdivision where people tend to clean up. When I go to other people's house and I see their yard is dirty and stuff, I have a whole different thing. LeBron paid for his school out of pocket. What's your point? Umar ain't paid for nothing, but he's taking donations, Ernest. So if he's taking donations from other people, then he has a responsibility to the people to provide something other than more rhetoric. See, LeBron don't have to answer to nobody. If he paid for it, all he got to do is answer when one of his commitments was, if you graduate, he gonna pay your tuition to go to the University of Akron. See, now the first time somebody graduates and don't get it, then he can be challenged. Umar's taking money. Umar is no different than Jesse Jackson, Louis Farrakhan, and a host of other black leaders who took advantage of us by saying things and then asking us for money and using that money for their own process. Look at Dr. King. With the money he was making, look where he stayed. He still stayed in it. He didn't move up out of the ghetto. I mean, and a lot of people fought him that. And I'm not saying I would have stayed. But we got to look at what they're doing. LeBron the national money, so he has a whole lot fewer people to answer to. Well, what you doing with the money? What are you doing with this? He ain't got nobody to answer to. He set his system up, and it worked for him. But how long Umar been asking for money? How long did LeBron ask for money? I'm sure LeBron has some supporters. He just didn't publicize it, which is what a lot of people do. But The point is that being pro-black doesn't mean you have to just follow any black person blindly. And because you don't follow them blindly doesn't make you any of these dumbass names that we like to call each other, we like to call other people. You know, I'm watching, and don't get me wrong, I ain't never know why. I don't know what they understand or what they don't understand. But hey, some of us don't understand what it means to be black. Some of us don't understand. Some of us ain't never been to the hood. Some of us ain't never had a gold spoon. Every black experience is different. Every black experience is different. Robert Carter, Mark Williams, we all played football together, but we still all came from different lifestyles. But for those 2, 3, 4 hours we got together on Sundays, we shared a commonality. That's the only experience that we know that we shared that's alike. But see, the difference is when Mark and Robert first played, I was playing on the sheriff team. Everybody had a different opinion of the sheriff's team. Even I did. I stopped playing with the sheriff's team because even though they were all black, they were so different than everybody else because they felt a sense of entitlement. Mark Denard, what's going on, bro? And those are the things that we don't want to accept. We don't want to accept those, but the minute we don't, we get in the name calling. And that's all I'm trying to say. Can we stop with the name calling? But you can be pro-black and support whatever you want to support. Pro-black does not mean that you don't shop at white businesses. Pro-black does not mean you stop eating Chinese food. Pro-black does not mean all you eat is chicken and watermelon. And we just got to stop with some of the crazy things that we associate pro-black with because we want everybody to be like us. We want people to be sheep while we claiming independence. Oh, I'm a free thinker. I want to be around free thinkers as long as they think what I think. I hate to share a scene too, Mari. So, and that's where we lose people. Because we want people, Ernest. Ernest is my guy. But me and Ernest, we go ahead sometimes because we don't agree on the same thing. Robert Carter on this page, Mark. You're so stupid. But we gotta stop. It's okay to disagree. It's okay to have a different set of priorities. Me and Ernest, we probably around the same age, but we got different experiences. He was raised mostly up north. I was raised mostly down south. So what we think about certain things is based on how we were raised. Now he came down here later, and he been here for a minute, but in reality, I've been here all my life. Cedar Thomas, what's good? My little Cajun buddy. Daryl Bullock, what's up, Panther? So, and that's all I'm saying, because we don't have the same experiences. We got different ways of relating to things. We got different hardships, and those hardships are what make us who we are, because now it gives us a different point. I can't fault no woman, regardless of color, if domestic violence is her biggest issue. Oh, no, you need to worry about what's going on with black people. No, she needs to worry about what's going on in her life first. Once she fixes her life, then she can expand her horizons and reach out to something else. It still may be something different. I've said before, I would never okay a boycott of Home Depot. And y'all know I don't like the Falcons. But when they had that snowstorm, Arthur Blanks opened up every Home Depot that he owned and let people stay in it overnight. He paid his staff to stay. So the fact that he did that and he didn't have to, because Home Depot is not a hotel, but he did that. That was a choice that he made. So why would I boycott Home Depot? Because they did something else that somebody don't like. And these are the things that when you have knowledge of different things, you can make more informed decisions as opposed to always speaking off emotion. I'm house hunting. My first realtor was a black woman. I've been house hunting 4 days. Still ain't never met this woman. She ain't never called me. Had to call and ask for a replacement. The second woman they sent me was a white woman. She called me within 2 hours. So the first woman got 4 days to call me. She's so busy she can't even call me. The first woman called me within 2 hours and met me within 8. Had me looking at houses. 4 days, this first woman, the black one, ain't showed me not one house. Ain't sent me nothing. Now she want to send me emails. So when we say, oh, we want to do this, we want to go black. Did you ask the black one? All I want to do is do a job. She couldn't do that. So, well, you should have gave her a chance. You should have called her. Why the hell should I have to call a realtor? She's supposed to work for me. Where I come from, you call your boss. Your boss don't call you unless you're in trouble or he wants something special. Well, if I say I need a realtor, that kind of lets you know what I'm looking for. And if you ever try to buy a house, you fill out all this little bull stuff that you want. So they already got your preferences. She's sending me emails about stuff that fit my criteria now. But why? When you had the opportunity, you put me on the back burner. So if I'm being pro-black, and don't get it twisted, I am pro-black. I'm just not stupid. Should I say, hey, well, I only want another realtor, but she got to be black? Well, the first one was black. I ain't saying I won't ever deal with them again. I won't deal with her again. So being pro-black still means you can make conscious decisions that don't have to be race related. It just means that you want to try black people first, but not that you're going to automatically roll with them. Because if we were all pro-black, then we'd leave Facebook. And without Facebook, most of us would have never met. Marinate on that for a minute. That's what MOTFAM stands for those y'all, so y'all quit asking me. Marinate on that for a minute. Right, Ernest, and I had a black realtor before. All the ones I had before this one were amazing, and I won't judge them off of that. I'm just saying with this one, she was the worst realtor. She was the worst realtor I've ever had. I bought property. I bought and sold property for the longest. This is the worst experience I ever had. But 4 days, and I can't even get a phone call? 4 days, no phone call. Totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. The white woman, I got no beef with her. She was great. She was amazing. She called. She made sure I had everything I needed. She sent me some stuff. She told me some stuff. She sent me some pictures. The stuff I sent, the listings I sent her, she got back with me ASAP. No, and the thing is I'm not too pro-black, and that's the thing. People say, oh, yeah, see, I can't believe you're doing stuff with white people. Why not? I have no beef with them. I have no beef with white people. Being pro-black does not mean that you're anti-anything. It does not. It doesn't mean that. And too many times, that's what we want to make it the same, which is why it's funny to me that the woke people, they seem to be anti-black. Because if you're not a sheep doing what they do, thinking like they think, they want to result in name call. Hold on. They did not have nothing to do with her skin. Right. And that's my point, Mary. Sometimes we have to realize that skin color has nothing to do with your job performance. So we can't let pro-black mean that we overlook everything and we just stick strictly with black. Because lots of times people just are shitty people. It has nothing to do with their skin color. Sometimes they just shitty people. And we have to start understanding the difference between shitty people and shitty organizations. Is a person a racist, or is a system that we're looking at a racist? See, and like I say, I'm here in Georgia. I'm here in Atlanta. People from Atlanta know how much we hate going to Greenbrier, which is the pro-blackest mall around, well, South DeKalb. The 2 worst malls, the 3 worst malls to go to, Greenbrier, South DeKalb, West End. They're all pro-black malls, even though West End probably ain't got but 2 black vendors in there now. But they got the crappiest service. There's a Facebook group on here about the new Black Wall Street. If you're in it, all I'm gonna tell you to do is do your due diligence. That's all I can tell you. I got put in it, and everything sounds good. Nothing looks good though. Nothing looks good. Nothing looks good. Nothing looks legitimate. But what they doing is, Mark, you start. What they're doing is they're appealing to your financial pocket. It's like with the blessing loan, and when people always want to come at us with money. This is the way they make money. I can help you get rich quick. Do this. We can do this. We can do this. And it sounds good, especially when you don't know. But once you know what to look for and you ask questions, you're telling me to invest in something. Let me just tell y'all a secret. Hey, Lydia Hightower. Don't invest in anybody's business who have you investing through PayPal or Green Dot. If they can't send you a 1099, your investment ain't legit. Hey, Carrie Bowles. Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. I do my show. Hey, Katina Robinson. And yeah, sometimes I wear a tie, but I don't ever just come in with a tank top looking all drugged out. Sometimes I need to shave. But I ain't even asking y'all for no money. I'm looking at this new Black Wall Street. The guy asked for money. He got on tank top. He need to shave. He spent the whole show doing this. You look him up on the Better Business Bureau, you'll find a bunch of flags. You look his businesses up, you'll find a bunch of flags. Hey, Patterson, what's going on? You look up anything, you'll find a bunch of flags. But then you got people who telling you, oh, see, just leave them behind. Yeah, leave me behind. Make me feel bad. I wish y'all do make $1 billion. I don't mind being wrong, but you're not gonna pump me into doing it just by, oh, see, you gonna miss out on this. Fine. Fine. See, I'm a firm believer. If I knew how to make $1 million, this is me being real. Because, I try to be honest with y'all. I'm not finna make a Facebook post about how to make $1 million. I'm going to tell my closest friends on what I did. I'm not finna tell I need 10 friends, y'all tell 2 friends. I just don't believe that's how it works. That's just the way for me. Thank you. I'm a brand ambassador. Check out LA Creative Creations. LA Creative Creations. Katina. But we don't want people to challenge us, because now that means we have to know more, and we don't. It means we have to go beyond our faith system or our partner system. It makes no sense. Mark, quick commercial break. Are you doing your kickball thing this weekend? Fusion? Because I know the hair show is this weekend. Hey, hey Yolanda Page, what's going on? You know you're on the wrong page. I'm gonna fuss at you. But we don't want to be challenged. And when somebody challenges us, if it's a bogus thing, like I say, the first thing we want to do is we go to name calling. We go to name calling. We go to threats. I got somebody who like to. Oh yeah, I would have mentioned it. Oh yeah. Oh, it's business with me, Mary. And that's why I say when people ask me, do I do stuff? Yeah. When I'm gonna promote somebody, I called one lady, and she was a black lady. I need to get all her information because I'm gonna promote her. She wasn't my realtor, but she answered a ton of questions for me, and that's why I didn't call it the bad realtor's name. Because it serves no purpose to call her name out, other than to give her a free press, which I ain't gonna do. Hey, Elizabeth Taylor. But yeah, I will call anybody out. I try to stick to promoting good stuff and not talk negatively. But the point with her, Mary, was that as we try to do pro-black, because most of the time I will try to get somebody black to do stuff with me, because especially if it's a woman, because I want my girls to see that. I want my girls to see women doing good things. I want my girls to have a black doctor. I want my sons to have a black doctor. I want them to see that there's a progression. So yes, I still would have mentioned it. And that was just recent, and somebody just said something about how we do stuff. Even my inspector gave me a discount. I didn't ask him for nothing. He told me one price over the phone when I went to get the house inspected. He said, you were thinking about using me. He said you called me back within 24 hours, so I'm gonna give you X discount. And it's just funny. People say, oh, do you ask other people for discount? I didn't have to ask him for him. I mean, I was ready to give him what he asked me for. I sent out to several people to see what the market was, because I ain't had a house appraised I ain't had a house inspected in a minute. Never met him. All these are phone conversations. So yeah, I ain't mention his name, but yeah, hers was for a point, Mary, because I truly did want to use her. And not that she didn't return my call. She never called me. Once you fill out the form, mine is a whole little different. They get all my information, and she's supposed to call me and set up some stuff. Because I already knew what house I wanted to look at, so I didn't need her to find me a house. I just needed her to get me into the house. Katina's asking to see my bracelets. So yeah, that was my whole point. Uncle L is in the house. What's going on, bro? You still ain't taught me how to cook. My bracelets come from LA Paint Creative Creations necklace. So that's what I do. You missed the first one. I guess we're having a small commercial break. And that's all. Me and Uncle L, we disagreed on stuff, but it was never to the point of disrespect. And that's what I don't get. I don't get why people feel the need to be disrespectful because you value something different, because you have a different opinion. But then in the next breath, they want to tell you about how we should not just be sheep and blindly follow somebody, but they want you to blindly follow them because they the next best thing. Like I said, I'm just in one. And Farad, best friend, all I said is, people ask questions, then they so judgmental. But if you're going to ask a question, accept the answer. I ask questions on all my pages. Some people say things that I like. Some people say things that are truly, in my mind, totally stupid. I don't call them out on it because I don't know their experiences. Don't make no sense. I try to take the time to listen to what they're saying. I will learn how to cook. Hush your mouth. I tell you what it takes, Katrina Dunbar. Don't act. Do it and I'm there. But that's all it is. How about just listening? How about just listening? I sit back and I'm gonna pick on two people right now. I'm gonna pick on Katrina Dunbar and Ernest Moore. Hey, Drone. I started talking about insurance. Hey, Carl Draco Watts. I started talking about life insurance. Katrina Dunbar jumped on it. Ernest Moore finna jump on. Because to me, it's such an important thing because we watch. We can see this on Facebook. We can hear about this from other people. When somebody die, people starting a GoFundMe campaign. Kids ain't got nothing. Everybody got to try to scoop together to get money to pay for a funeral because we are too selfish to get life insurance. We got cars, we got TVs, we got stereos, we got nice cribs, we got this, we got that. But we really don't care about the afterlife. We want to leave that debt to somebody else when it ain't even necessary. Some people jumped on it. I had people putting up life insurance posts. I had people going out to get it. All I'm saying is you don't have to get $1 million policy, but why don't you have life insurance? If you got kids, you definitely need life insurance. It's not that expensive. But we don't want to do it. And I tell people, if we're going to keep comparing us to them, know the system. Most of them have life insurance. So just think about how much better your life could have been if somebody would have left you anywhere from a $20,000 to a $200,000 head start. Just think about that. Just think about it. They get their head start. They get it. And boom. 3 less struggles. Why do we neglect that? For the sake of being cool, for the sake of drinking, for the sake of some rims, a nice stereo, a plasma TV, whatever it is that we like to have so much that we can't afford $10 or $15 a month for insurance. Hey, Ramonda Hudson, let's see, hold on. I have so many people reach out for that when I give them quotes, they never call back. They literally say they don't have fit. And it's crazy because they do. And I don't know who you work for, but mine ain't even that. And I got a nice policy. But depending on everything that's wrong with you, it's something different. But and see, for me, Mary, to me, that's one of the things that Black people, that's a Black dilemma to me, just because of the things I've seen. But that don't mean it's everybody's priority. But to me, if you're Black and you don't have insurance, then you are a problem for our race because you're gonna leave somebody behind. You're gonna leave your clan behind because now they gotta scrape to get you buried. Because we take funerals seriously, we just don't take death serious, which to me is obscene. But with as much as we believe in doing the whole death thing, and most of us don't want to get cremated, even though it's way cheaper, because hey, and I even put a thing on there about getting chopped up and being planted with a tree. But we don't do it. So we're not trying to progress we're not trying to progress our race. We're not trying to progress our next lineage. We're not doing anything for them. Oh, we're gonna tell them stuff, but we're gonna make them find out financially the hard way. Why is that? To me, that's pure selfishness. Pure selfishness. Cletus Hurd, what's good? What's good? So, and to me, like I said, that's one of my things, because it's something that most of us can do that don't cost a lot of money. So, Cardriga, for $50 a month, how much life insurance can they get? I'm gonna put you on the spot since you put it up. And like I say, you know, different places give you different quotes. So, you know, when you go out and buy that and you brag about, you know, football season coming up, basketball season, whatever it is, and you got this, you know, $1,600 TV, so you can't afford life insurance. Wow. Charles Frank, what's good? They literally say they want 200,000 whole life policy and want to pay $20 a month. There is no such thing. Right. You know, you got to know what you want. You got to know the difference in the policies. And Cardrica seems like she might be a knowledgeable source. Cardrica, who you work for? I'll put out your information. Y'all can call Cardrica if y'all ain't got no insurance. Cardrica can tell y'all the difference between whole life or term. And Cardrica, who you work for? I'm assuming you're a life insurance agent. Go check out Cardrica. If she screw y'all over, inbox me. Tell me. Let me know. I'll call her out. Katina, what's going on? It's better to need it than have it than need. Right. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Katina Robinson said her son was murdered. She had life insurance. And understand this, and this is one of the things I say, especially when I talk about road cops in the system. That money does not replace your son. It's not. It's never gonna do that. But it does make the transition a whole lot smoother. So even when we have all these things going wrong in the system, having insurance still makes things. Hey, when they get killed, they settle for money. It doesn't ease the hurt, but it does make things a little bit easier for you. You know, like I said, her son was murdered. That insurance helped take care of a lot that she didn't have to come out of pocket with. All I'm saying is that's reality. That's reality. Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? Right, burn me up. Yeah, that's what I put that thing up, become a part and be a tree. I put that on my page. Most people end up with turn, but they end up expired and they get set up. Okay, Cardrica says she works for the Alliance Group. So hit her up. Her name is Cardrica Watts, Carldreka Watts. She on Facebook. If you got questions about insurance, hey, she on here. So y'all know how I feel. I would support anybody to support me. By watching my show, you support me. Speaking of, you know, if you like the show, invite friends to watch, share the page, like the page, leave me a review. Cardrica, you're on the wrong page. I want you to come over to the Random Thought page next time. Look, and Katina said Aflac came through for her. Her agent John Lee was an angel. Hey, what's going on, Gidge? How you been, man? Okay, so Cardrica may be somebody who want to talk. And see, Katina saying it kept me from shaking out the can for donations because that's what she would have had to do. And I try to explain that to people because everybody think, oh, it can't happen to them, it can't happen to me. It can. What's going on, Nigel Cleveland? And that's what's crazy is that we all think we above something or we ain't got to do something. Again, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. Hey, what's going on, Clark? And we sit around and we talk about all the things that we do and don't want to do and how we can support Black people. The first way you can support Black people, start at home. Start at home. Be pro-Black at home. Get insurance. Get insurance. Get insurance for you. Get insurance for your kids. If you mean you got to give up cable TV, give it up, but get that insurance. Hopefully you won't never need it. It's one of them things that you hope that you don't never have to use. But we know that death comes to everybody. Everybody dies. We're going to be sad. We're going to cry. We're going to do all. But guess what? Them bills are still coming. We see family members fight because don't nobody want to pay. Everybody want to collect their life insurance, but don't nobody want to pay for the burial. But when they hear a policy there, then everybody come around for their money. Get it. Marcus co-signed on Aflac. I got insurance. I got 3 or 4 different insurance policies. Cause I want to set my kids up. I want to set my kids up for super success. I'm gonna teach them all I can, but there's nothing. Teaching is great, but having some money is awesome. Having money is awesome. It means they can do certain things. They can pursue their passions when they got some money and they can support it. Because you can't pursue your passion when you need to eat. It just don't work like that. So when we're being pro-Black, let's start from within. Let's make sure we're taking care of home first. Then we can decide whether or not you want to support Umar or you want to support LeBron. Or if you want to support, if you want to boycott the NFL, that's fine. If you want to boycott something else, that's fine. But make sure you got legitimate reasons. And when people tell you why they don't do it, be open-minded and listen. You don't ever have to agree with anybody, but just listen. My friend died recently. His wife makes over 6 figures. They had insurance, but his wife still had to create a GoFundMe because the policy isn't paying out. Right. And click. And to me, that's just simple. Black folks get a $2,000 policy. To me, that's just sad. That's just sad. Because for $2,000, you can't even get cremated. I want to say cremations are $3,500, something like that, maybe $4,000. But you should plan on a conventional burial is at least $10,000. So if you ain't getting that, then why you waste your money? And don't do it. Talk to somebody, understand what insurance is and what it does. There you go, Cardrick. You're on the right page. Read the fine print. Ask questions. But this is where we have to come together if we're going to be pro-black. Once again, it does not mean being anti-white. It doesn't mean following black people mindlessly. It does not mean that ever. If you got somebody black who you respect and you think they teach you something, they should be able to answer all your questions. I mean, we just sat here, and I'm going to use Cardrick as an instance. I started asking her questions. She started keeping up. She's posting stuff. Right now, Cardrika is on it. I don't know if she's a good agent or not, but right now, I'm telling y'all to go to Cardrika Watts. Go to her. She's right here. Send her a friend request. Hit her inbox. I don't know how. Cardrika, do you have a work number you want to give them if they got questions? And hey, again, so I've never met her. This is how we connect. And fortunately, however, it was through somebody who was non-black. And this is why you can't be so hard up that you say we ain't gonna support no black people. I know a family that died. They did a GoFundMe and they had the nicest casket. Right, but why would you spend all the money? Why you want to spend all the money for a casket? I mean, it's the last time you saw. But come on, you need money for life. And you know, I just don't get it. And investment. See, Cardrika, inbox me, Cardrika, because I want to do a show on investments because most of us don't understand investments. I'm one of them ones that don't. Between you, Cinnamon, and John L., maybe y'all can teach my audience about investments. That was kind of strong. So this is one of those things that, and hey, look at there. Cardrika just happened to be black. Check her out. Like I say, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna put Cardrika on Front Street. I ain't never met her. If she ain't helping you out, hit me up. I will reach back out to her and find out what's really going on. But this is how we got to start. Ask people questions. Let them give you answers. If they don't like your answers, move on. If they try to get over on you, then call them out. Okay, so Cardrick, so y'all can inbox. How you exactly, Mark. That's why I have a problem with most GoFundMe accounts, because people asking for them. Why you got insurance? I'm looking at all the other stuff you got, but you didn't get insurance because what? I mean, you don't want stuff to happen like it did with Katina, but life happens. Nobody plans these things. My niece and nephew, you know, there was a death in the family. I don't know what the insurance thing was, but things happen. Bad things happen. You might as well be financially prepared for things to happen. Well, you got to, because nobody knows what's going to happen. You can pray all you want to. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's 7 o'clock. My agent here in Texas, a black lady, Miss Deborah Robinson. I found her and she was able to sign up everyone on my job. They didn't offer any supplemental policies. And you know, like I said, you just gotta go out and don't be scared to do a little legwork. And that's just how it works. Everybody, right? I ain't asking you to babysit, Cardrick. You know, if they ain't coming with what it is, you know, they trying to, you know, life insurance, one of the things you can't negotiate on. You can't ask for this. Hey, work with me, because the policies are pretty much set, and a lot of it is based on, I don't know what it's based on. I ain't gonna step outside my zone. You can inbox Cardrika, and she can answer some of your questions if she can, but you can't lay away them. You know, you gotta pay your monthly premium. You gotta pay your monthly premiums. I mean, I know several people who had it and decided that was the one something they could skip on, and when you skip, Most policies don't help you out if you skip a month because they're going to make you start from scratch and too many things go wrong. It's like letting your insurance on your car lapse. When you miss it, boy, the state coming down on you, even if you get it the next day. You better not, it's just better not to miss a payment. But again, this is all I'm saying. We have the resources. We have the means. There's enough different subjects out there. Like I said, and I love to use my niece on this, and I love to use her husband because, like I said, we're at two different places in life, so a lot of our priorities are not the same. Doesn't mean that they ain't pro-black. Doesn't mean I'm not pro-black. It don't even mean that one of us is more pro-black than the other one. Tiffany Hall reached out and she needed something for somebody. I introduced her to Ernest Moore. They made it work. We all got different priorities. We can help each other in a bunch of different ways. What's on my top 10 don't have to be on nobody else's top 10. Everybody can have a different top 10. But the goal is not to bring each other down, to keep rising to the top. Because on the way up, you pick up a lot of people. We got to stop trying to knock each other off. Oh, I want to do this. Stop trying to do that. And it's almost like we hate the fact that somebody trying to get ahead of us because their mission seems to be overriding our mission. The top is the top. The top is the top. There's enough room at the top for lots of things. Why do we have to settle for something being the primary goal? Is it do we want equity or equality? Some people want equity, some people want equality. Doesn't mean that one is wrong. It just depends on what they're looking at and how they were raised. There are lots of different variables, but you can be pro-black. You can Lord knows I want you to be pro-black. Again, pro-black does not mean anti-white or anti-stupid. I mean, you can't be super stupid just because you're being pro-black. If you get a shitty black somebody who do that, you got to call them out just like you would do anybody else. We saw the little, what was it, the Waffle House, Applebee's thing, where the 4 black women jumped on a girl. Just because we pro-black, we can't make excuses when people don't do right stuff and say, oh, well, this. No. Pro-black don't mean just taking black people's side just because they black. That again falls under stupidity. We can't keep doing it. Let's see. Katina on one. Katina, why you ain't on the right page? Come on over to Random Thoughts. As a matter of fact, I called her today about a totally different facility that doesn't offer supplemental policy. That's my girl. I'm going to help her sign up as many people as possible. It is security. It's security for the future. If you don't get it right, you will get love. And that's it. You know, and like I say, I don't think I ever met Katina. So these people are telling y'all what we got to do. We can all succeed. We can all eat. But we got to quit trying to bring each other down in the process. We got to stop trying. I mean, Farad, Tiffany, Cleopatra, they like doing stuff around what was it, prom season. Black kids, that's pro-black. Why would I knock them and say, oh, y'all need to be worried about this. Y'all need to be getting registered to vote. Hey, somebody else can do that. Everybody ain't got to do the same thing. We got to stop the competition that leads to name calling. If we going to compete, hey, Olinda, understand this. And I do believe that competition is a great thing. Hey, Bettina. Bettina was selling plots at one time. That's a good thing. If we're going to compete, Uncle L, I don't know if you're still here. Ernest is here. We can compete in good ways to see who get to a destination first, but we still strive. So we can see who got the drive to keep making it go. If we're going to compete, let's compete like that. But in the process of competing, we ain't got to knock each other down. Please believe, there's some things I want to do with Ernest that I ain't got time to do because I do have a separate agenda. I try to help him when I can. I wanted to help Tiffany, but I couldn't help Tiffany. I gave Tiffany the next best thing. Here, Tiffany, here's somebody who can help you way better than me because they have the time. Boom, it clicked like that for them. And that's where a lot of times we get hurt because we so stuck in our way that this is all I'm going to do. So when other people doing good stuff, I ain't got time to tell nobody about it. I ain't sure how long me and Carl Drake have been friends, but I don't think I ever met her. But I'm giving y'all a source now for life insurance. Katina over here co-signing. She's telling y'all about her life experience, that she experienced death of her son. God bless you, and I hate that for you. But insurance helped her get past, helped her to make it a little easier. These are just truisms. Why is it that we feel the need to combat differences? There's no need to combat differences. Learn them, accept them, and push out. There are things that I'm just not able to do, and I try to connect people with the right people. When I get Courtney and Farad on the show, and I let them talk about breastfeeding, because I believe that that's something that we need to be educated on. Because again, I'm in my 50s. What we thought about breastfeeding is not what most kids or people under 40 think about breastfeeding. So I need their passion. I need their passion so they can come tell people how important it is. Hey, Helen Allen, how you doing? So that's what I can do. I can get somebody else to come and explain. I can get Cardrica and Cinnamon and John L. to come tell you guys more about investing, things that I can't. Ernest can tell you things about Future Gents. Like I said, Bettina, my big sis, she crazy, but she good. She was trying to get people to get plots and stuff. You know, my family, I can say this. My great grandmother bought a 12-person plot long time ago. I want to say she paid like $100 for it. It ain't filled up yet. These things cost a lot of money now. She got 12. It costs a lot of money for that little hole they're gonna put you in. Lots of money. All that was taken care of by my great grandmother. It's something that we don't talk to our kids about. And as Cardrica said, a lot of us, we can't tell people stuff because we don't know this. So when we find people who know these things, we have to start passing this knowledge on. That's what pro-black is. That's about educating people. That's about educating our people on how to succeed, the different ways, because everybody's path, again, is not going to be the same. And that is the number one thing that I'm pushing over and over and over and over and over again. We don't all have to take the same path. And when somebody questions your path, be able to explain why you chose that path. Don't criticize them for not liking it. Be able to explain it to them. Maybe they'll join you. Maybe they won't. That's not your goal. Your goal is, if that's the path you chose, is to do it. Boom. One of my personal things is that, yeah, when I choose certain things, I am looking out for the little man. So I have to start looking. When we do this, how does this hurt the little man who's actually trying? Which is why I've always said I had a problem with boycotting NFL, the NBA, the NHL, any of that. Hey, Catherine Williams, how you doing? Because there are too many young kids who depend on these seasons to make that little money. At Walmart, you see a bunch of kids. There are too many of them who need that money, and a lot of them do it to make their household run. I have a problem with that, because when you hurt the smallest person on the totem pole, who is actually the majority, you're losing your cause. I can get with a bunch of people who make money, and it doesn't affect us because we have a steady source of income. It's the people who don't have a steady source of income. When we start doing certain things, we have to see how it's going to affect them. What's going on, Sharice Dotson? Welcome to the show, stranger. And that's all I say to people is look at the people who are less fortunate. Can they afford to participate in what you're asking them to? If they're working at these events that we boycott, does it hurt them? I ain't asking nobody to do what I do. All I'm saying is this is my thought process on it. So this is what I don't do. This is why I will not support it. I won't fight you, but don't call me a name, because I won't. And that's all I'm saying. And it's so funny when you point out reality to them, then they get offended. Because one guy got offended and threatened to block me. I thought about losing some sleep. Okay, I'm an honest guy. I really didn't care. This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. Tell me, what? You want to come in and say what you want to say, but when somebody says something bad, then you get sensitive. Well, there's really nothing that you can say that's gonna make me sensitive, because I realize that when you guys ask me questions, some of y'all like me, some of y'all don't. But if you ask me a question, I can defend what it is I'm saying. We can go from there. I think when I met Tiffany, I think I was a trainer. I teach differently, but I can stand the test of time, and I can stand questions. I ain't never told anybody because I said so. I'm gonna give you a reason why I teach you to do certain things. Certain things are really unconventional, but there's a reason I did them, because when I tried them in real life, certain things just don't work the way the book says they work. But you got to be open-minded to change, and sometimes people they ain't never experienced, but they just don't want to hear something outside what they've been told. Hey, what's going on, Calvin? Long time no see, bro. Um, and and continue. I try to give topics that people ask me about or things that are really bothering me, which is why it's called random thoughts. And this is one that just has just been. I was going to talk about something else, but like I said, I'm watching it. But we gotta stop. We gotta plan better for us. We gotta plan how you can not plan for your family first. To me, is an issue because your home needs to be good. Then you can reach outside your home and start preparing for other people. Part of the reason I couldn't help Tiffany with some stuff is because there were things I needed to do at home that I needed to do. I wanted to do something with Tiffany. I needed to do what I had to do at home. What's going on, Philip Wiley? And that's what a lot of people don't understand. We have to take care of our immediate proximity first. Got to make sure home is good. Got to make sure the family's good. Got to make sure I'm good. Once those are taken care of, then I can reach out. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Then I can spread out. Then I can increase my knowledge base, and I can increase the people who are around me that can help. Katina, me and you gonna trade numbers because I'm gonna need you to tell somebody. And I don't want you to feel sad, but I try to tell people, and death is a horrible thing, but people don't want to talk about it, but it exists. And it's too many people. I was a cop for 22 years. I've seen too many people die on either side, and there's no financial plan. And they lose everything because they thought we was all gonna live forever. That's not realistic. That's not realistic. And we don't like to think about death. We don't want to talk about death. It's crazy. And that's why I can use Katrina. She didn't think about it. She got, but when I told her and we looked up some prices, she was on the next day. Boom. Boom. That's all I can do is introduce you to the information. And what you do at that point, if she would have said, hey, I'd rather spend my money on a car. I'd rather spend money on getting my hair done. I gotta get this. Then I'm done. I'm out. I ain't got nothing bad to say about her because that's her priority system. She ain't no coon. She ain't stupid. Her priorities may just, not be that. And I can't make nobody's priorities be different. All I can do is tell them what I've seen in my world. Because something that I guarantee we've all seen that we don't like to acknowledge is that we've seen people our age, no matter what age you are, we've seen people our age and younger die. Everybody. We've seen people, when people older than us die, we really don't think twice about it. It's when we see our peers die and younger than us, it kind of like, oh, shit, you see that? And then we don't want to talk about it no more. We want to talk about something else. Let's talk about love and hip hop. Let's talk about 45. Let's talk about what happened if it happened to you? What happened if it happened to me? What's the plan? And this is where we get super quiet all of a sudden because we don't want to deal with that reality. Hey, Sherry Rose, what's going on? And this is how we fall behind. What's going on, Cor Delgado? And we got to stop. Vivian Page, welcome to the show. We gotta stop. We gotta be so much more progressive in our own worlds. Tina Wells, what's happening? And we gotta stop thinking that everything is a bad competition. We compete. Let's compete to see who can get out the best knowledge and the most knowledge. Let's see who can educate the most people. What's the phrase? Each one teach two. Forget trying to teach one person. Let's get 2 or 3 people in. Greg Hall, who just joined the show. Me and Greg Hall don't agree on everything. But guess what? We don't curse each other out when we disagree. We find out why it is we don't agree on certain things, and sometimes it's nothing more than our experiences. Damn, Greg, I ain't never think about it like that. He'd be like, damn, I ain't think about that either. So now our knowledge base is expanded. Don't mean we have to change our priorities. It just means now something that we didn't think a whole lot about before, we give a little bit more thought to because somebody gave us knowledge on something. So we don't have to stay ignorant. Ignorance is a choice for a lot of us. We don't want to know nothing because what we know is everything. Pro-Black. Let's be pro-Black. Let's want the next generation to do better. But the next generation start within the walls, the numbers on your house, your residence. Let's start there. Let's make sure your group is going to do better, then expand out. Why would I make sure that Philip's family is going to be better off than my family? I'm going to tell him everything, but I ain't going to take care of my family. That makes no sense. Why would I go backwards like that? And this is where we got to stop. These young people can post large amounts of money, weed, Jordans, but no money to bury Lil Jon. Right, and they know they live in a lifestyle where Lil Jon ain't gonna make it far. But shit, I don't know. And all we do is we go back to blame and we cry and we end up broke. And the cycle is repeated because of something simple as $20 a month, $30 a month. Cause I've heard people say that I ain't worried about what happened when I die. My kids can figure that out. If that's their mentality, what can I say to them? There's no name I can call them that's gonna make them feel bad. I just don't sweat it. It's not my issue. Yeah. You're so silly. Yeah, we talking about woke people who like to call names as opposed to explaining their point. And that's why, I don't mind, to the point of sometimes I sound like a drunk because I'm saying the same things over and over. But it's for people who come in at different times. I'm reiterating things that we have to do. But being pro-black does not mean I have to be blindly support every and anything that's black. No matter what it is, I'm a challenge to make sure, one, is worthy of my time and energy. Two, it's worth promoting. Other than Cardrika, who I just met, and even with Cardrika, I sleep tested her in the beginning because I started asking her for stuff. And I don't know if y'all paid attention, but as quick as I was asking, Cardrika was posting. Cardrika came over to the right page. Cardrika just answered questions just like that. So she passed the first part of the test. Now, what y'all do with Cardrika is on y'all. If y'all don't reach out to Cardrika, there's not a whole lot you can say to me because I'm telling you now, I don't contribute to GoFundMe. Not for death, because we know death is something that none of us have ever been able to avoid. It's a sad thing, but there's ways to help you get through it. Not past it, but through it. Yeah, let my mouth get dry. It's 7:30. All right, and that's my thing, Katrina. I don't want to leave my children grief and my bills. I want everything to be taken care of. Then after that, boom. And that's why I got more than one policy. Policies are to take care of different things. But, I'm not even going to get into wills right now, but wills are important. But that's just something that, like I say, we don't like to talk about. We don't want to talk about. These are such taboo. My mom told me if something happened to her, I know where to go to. I know where to look to find everything. I gotta say, everything is in the safe. Ain't a whole lot of guessing to do. Ain't a whole lot of wondering. Get to the safe. Get to the safe. Everything is in the safe that people need to know. We don't know the difference between being rich and being wealthy. We may leave our kids a car and some money, but no direction on how. Now, what we leave our kids with is bills, though. Think about this. And once again, see, this comes from my cop experience. Think about how many times they do auctions every month for people who not paying their taxes. I've watched neighborhoods, black neighborhoods, where grandparents and great-grandparents left houses to their grandkids or great-grandkids. They were scared. They were so scared to check the mail that they ain't paid the taxes. So the house gets sold on the courthouse steps. So your grandma, they may have left you no mansion, but they left you a house that was worth $80,000 to $90,000. But because you didn't pay them $3,000-4,000 in sales tax, somebody bought your house for $5,000 because you don't want to pay taxes. Hey, Shell Jackson, how crazy is that? How crazy is that? We don't want to pay taxes. But everybody want that box Chevy with the 22s on it. That at the end of the day ain't worth but $2,500. You might get $500 for the rims that you paid $1,500 for. You might get $800 for the car. You might get $75 for the stereo that you paid $400 for. We got a different priority sense, and it ain't to leaving the next generation something. Me to your smart man, wills are important. You need to have it in writing. If you have two nickels, you need a death. Right, and death will separate a family quicker than being dead will. When they think it's some money involved, the love is gone. People looking at that money. And pro-black. Pro-black. I could tell y'all some stories, but I'm not. Pro-black. We have to do better. We have to do better. We got to stop with the name calling because people don't see what we see. They don't talk like we talk, or they don't prioritize like we prioritize. I mean, I've heard guys, not friends of mine, but I've heard guys who believe that they doing their part by impregnating a bunch of black women. They think that they, you know, helping the black race out by just increasing getting women pregnant. Dumbest thing I ever heard. Dumbest thing I ever heard. But I watch these women keep getting pregnant. Their priorities are different from mine. What's going on, Clayton? It's been a long time, bro. And these are the things. What's going on, O'Shea Harris? These are the things I just don't get. Like I said, when we sit around and we talk, why is it that our talk has to be so harsh toward each other because we see differently? Let's just ask each other why. Clayton, now, me and Clayton, we spoke. I did a couple of shows for him because we have different viewpoints on things, and some people. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. If you really want to learn something, talk to people who don't think like you. If every time you say something, all your friends, oh man, that's a great idea, yada yada yada, and all they're doing is patting you on the back, you're not learning anything. You just got a bunch of yes men. Even if they mean well, you need people who can challenge your concepts, who can make you explain them a whole lot better. My team, my management team, Katrina Dunbar, John L. Stinson, Raylene, Odessa, who's on vacation, Chuck, Farad, and Cleopatra. I mean, just because I say stuff and technically I'm the boss, they don't bend over for me. They make me explain stuff. They fight me. They cuss at me. They block me. They hang up on me. But you know what? At the end of the day, we come right back together because it's law of love, and we're educating each other. And that's all it's about. You're so silly, Katina. And so you need people who think differently from you. You need people who can show you a different way. Because we don't know everything. We know what we know. But what we know is such a limited part of what's going on in the world. Pro-black means understanding other black people. Pro-black means empathizing, sympathizing with real struggles, not stupidity. It's not stupidity, but you have to know the difference between stupidity. Hey, what's going on, CB? You got to know the difference between stupidity and real struggles. Some people in struggles just because they keep making dumb decisions because that's what they want to make. Some people in struggle because they made bad decisions because they were uninformed. Those people who want to be informed and want to do better, you have to get them and bring them along. Those that want to keep making stupid decisions, you got to know which ones to let go. Ernest Moore told me, hey man, understand hospitals realize they can't save everybody. You can't either. And at one point, I was trying to save everybody, but I had to realize that everybody does not want to come up. Some people like where they are because it's comfortable. I'm broke. My mama was broke. My dad was broke. Broke is all I know. Broke is all I ever want. Some of you can't do nothing with. And Katina, I can't even say it's thinking outside the box. It's just critical thinking, as they call it in college. You got to think for survival. We survive everything, but it's not because it's because we survive because we stubborn. But let's do more than survive. Who wants to scrape every day? I ain't a big eater, but sometimes I want to eat steak. And that's what we got to think. We got to want to have that steak sometimes. Like, I didn't. Let's see. Clayton said, did you read my post Sunday? Of course, Clayton, I didn't. Why you ain't tag? Sometimes I ain't on Facebook in 2 wins. These women priorities are screwed up. They open doors for men, pump their own gas while the guys in the car and pay for everything. Real black men are hard. And you know what? And this is what we do. Grown ass men. Because every man is a real man if he got the DNA and the genes, yada yada yada. But define that grown ass man. See, let me hit a side note. Let me hit a side note for y'all. Ladies, I want y'all to listen to me carefully. You are queens. You're not everybody's queen, but one of my pastors told me this. Every woman is Mrs. Right. She has to find her Mr. Right. Every man is Mr. Right. He's just got to find his Mrs. Right. You cannot be treated like a queen if you keep acting like a hood rat. Now, if you want another hood rat, keep doing what you're doing. Pro-black. And my girlfriend tell you this. I don't mind giving other black women compliments. I hold the door open for not just, I hold them for all women. I pride myself on being not only a Southern gentleman, but a true king. And I will treat every woman like a queen as long as she allows it. You know, I had women curse me out for holding doors open. Woman told me at the mall, nigga, I don't need no man to hold no door open for me. And Lord knows I want to snatch her by that fake ass ponytail and slam her face into the thing. But that wouldn't have been, you know what? I ain't even say nothing. I let her get that out, and I just went on about my business. She can't change who I am. I'm going to still hold the door for women. If I see her again, I just ain't going to hold her for her. But she can't change that because you can't take away my crown. What you can do is you can throw away your crown. So ladies, if you want to be treated like a queen, remember, you got to act like a queen all the time. Okay? Pro-black means educating us to excel and understand where we can demand what we're owed from each other first. Let's get that self-respect from within. See, like I said, some of you guys I never met. Well, this is it. You see me here, I see you here. But you get to know a lot about me from this conversation. And you know, me and my girlfriend went out the other day, and we picked up one of my friends to go with us, and she was gonna open the door. My girlfriend, no, don't touch that door. He don't play that. All right, women shouldn't open the door when men are around. That's my opinion. I'm gonna stick with it. The only time a woman should open the door when a man around, if the man got a bunch of packages. If the man's hands is full with groceries or whatever, then yeah, he's not obligated to open the door. That's it. Right. There you go, Katina. Any man can sweep and lay off her feet. He just gotta know which room to use. You know, and with that being said, you know, that means some ladies are real witches. You use the wrong broom, she gonna fly off on you. Tan, what's going on? What's going on? Right, you can go through, you know, Greg, and that's it. And you know, and some of them doing the same thing. We fighting against each other for the wrongest of reasons. I will fight with Greg to make Greg better. I will challenge Greg to make Greg better. I will challenge Ernest to make Ernest better. See, my job that I've accepted as a grown-ass black man is to find other grown-ass black men who want to do better and to challenge them. See, that's where the competition comes in, because we challenge each other to do better. We're not challenging each other to see who's going to get there first. Because no matter who get there first, we both win if we both trying to progress our race and progress our image. But if all we doing is to see who's going to get there first so they got bragging rights, then boom. No. I can challenge Clayton. Clayton has challenged me. We put the challenge out. There's no disrespect involved in the challenge. And that's what a lot of people don't get or don't want to get. Because to them, pro-black means I'm the leader, y'all follow me like the Pied Piper. When I lead y'all off the cliff, y'all coming with me because shit, I took y'all off the cliff. And that's what's crazy. 7:30. See, Greg already great. And we got some things that we're gonna plan to do together. You know, I'm gonna put your business out there, Greg. Greg says a word that he knows that I hate. And you know what I can appreciate about Greg? As a grown ass man, Greg asked me to help him to stop using the word. Because he knows I won't use it in a friendly term. And I don't knock people who use it. I just don't want you to use it to me. Greg said I need to do better. Help me with that. See, you can't do nothing but respect a man who knows that he has a weakness and ask for help, especially from another black man. John L., Cinnamon, I don't know nothing about stocks. I'm looking for people to help me with that. See, I can tell you what I ain't good at. Hey, Naima J, what's going on? So, you know, when I need some help, I tell people I'm gonna reach out to them because I want them to help me with that. Katina don't even realize what she volunteered for. But, you know, I'm gonna hit up because I'm a beg and plead. Because Katina, I want you to get your story out there. I think I need your story to help people understand what life is about. Because too many times we want to go through, we had a hardship, we want to put and act like it didn't happen. And this, I think, keeps us back. So this is one of those things that we can help educate each other. And like I say, I use my niece and nephew all the time because, like I said, when they first started telling me about breastfeeding, whatever. I ain't having no more babies, which means my girlfriend ain't getting pregnant, which means breastfeeding means nothing to me. Yeah. But I was open to listen to what she had to say. She won me over. She won me over her passion and conviction because she said things that never occurred to me. I continue. I'm continue. What state you in? But that's what I do. I mean, and that's what I want people to understand. We can all learn something from somebody. We just can't be so closed-minded. I hate when guys say a woman can't tell me nothing. Women can actually tell you a lot. Guys can tell you a lot. A lot of people can tell you a lot. It just depends on who they are, what you don't know, and what you want to know. Hey, Brooke Reed. Okay, that's what's up. Which part of Texas? I got some friends in Texas. I got family in Texas, and I think I got some friends and family in Houston and Dallas. But that's what we got to do better about. We got to do better about helping each other. Like I say, I played football with Robert and Mark. Me and Robert ended up being on the same team after years of being competitors. That was our shared experience. After football, we had a lot of things that weren't alike. So we had to learn from each other. Me being a cop and them being rule breakers, we had to learn to deal with each other on that level. Doc, what's going on, Dr. Moxie? My man. You know, Dr. Moxie, a guy I never met. I look at his page, a lot of good stuff. Because I steal from people on Facebook. I mean, I figure that's what Facebook is for, to steal other good ideas. And sometimes some ideas are not good, but they're good talking points to learn about other people. Because a lot of people, and if you come to one of my pages, you'll know that I'm really open-minded, and I'm not the censoring type until you start being disrespectful, so we can exchange ideas, because we don't all know the same things. We don't know. We know our little world. That's all we know. The greatest thing about being a cop was that I got to see a bunch of different worlds outside of mine, so I can speak from a broader base, because I can say what I've seen. Whether I understood all of it or not, I can say what I've seen. So when people tell me stuff, so, that's not real, it may not be real where you from. You know, when I made the post about women calling each other the B word, oh, me and my friends don't do that. It's on a bunch of songs. You go to any black club, they're gonna play a song with the B word, and women jump up and sing it loud and proud. So it is real. Pro-black means not calling our queens bitches in public. If that's what y'all want to do in the bedroom, hey, have at it. That's y'all own private time. But publicly, what happened to the days when we was all cousins and kinfolk? What happened to them good days? And right, and I got it, and I'm open, prepared, and listen. Great, that's why I deal with you with your crazy self. No, Clayton, you dogged me. Clay was listening to somebody else for the long. Clayton used to be a regular listener, then he just kicked me to the curb. But hey, that's my dude. And like I say, I look at some people's posts, you know, and sometimes, you know, me and Facebook, we do our separation thing. But I come back, and some people, I got added to a group, and I told my girl, I'm gonna stay in the group just because I want to see. It's a group about changing the laws to let 45 be the president eternally, because I want to see what they're saying. And see, I tell people, sometimes you can't get rid of your enemies or people who are acting like your enemies because you want to know what they're saying. If all I hung around was people who was cool with me, then how am I gonna know what's in the real world? Because everybody don't like me. Yeah, some of my friends don't like me, but I need to know what people who ain't nothing like me think. So if I get invited to this group, and I was, so yeah, I'm staying in the group about keeping Trump president forever, because I want to see what they talking about. I want to see what kind of plans they got. People like, oh, I wouldn't even be in that group. Well, if you don't know what your enemy thinking, then you're not being a good warrior. Because I ain't never been one. I ain't never been a Nazi. I ain't never been KKK. So I don't know how they think. Infiltration is the key. Sometimes you got to infiltrate. You got to go in and just listen. People say stuff until they figure it out and put me out. Why would I give up that free knowledge base of knowing what they saying, of knowing how they thinking? And people don't get that. Sometimes you have to do things. You do what you have to so that you can do what you want to. Some people feel that your word, and you're right, Greg, and they do. Some people think that the N word and the B word are interchangeable with sister and cousin or brother or nephew or nothing, and it ain't. Disrespect is disrespect. Pro-black means letting go of the N word. Let it go. Holla Z in the house. What's happening? Let it go. It's not. And you know, it's 7:45. It's 7:41. So I'm gonna start doing my clothes. And, you know, And my thing is, oh yeah, it's real a group, but then I got invited to. You want me to add you? Nah, but then I'll add you to, but you're gonna get kicked out, but I'll add you to it. Oh yeah, it's real a group though. They wanna change the name so 45 can stay president forever. I had to stand and look around and I almost hit the exit button. I was like, nope, I'm gonna see what they talking about. I'm gonna see what, cause I need to know. I want to know. But yeah, pro-black means that we stop saying the N-word. We ain't making it cool. We ain't making it hip. We ain't making it nothing. Pro-black means let's stop supporting people who use the N-word. Everybody. If it's part of a song to make it rhyme with something, I can't think of nothing that it rhyme with that you can't figure out another word. Let's be that kind of pro-black. It was in the KKK, but left when they didn't season. They was gonna season the meat, Greg. You left too soon. You missed the seasoning part. That's why I can't mess with you. But so yeah, pro-black means a lot of great things. It doesn't mean you have to dumb yourself down. It doesn't mean you have to be a mindless sheep. I say, Dr. Moxie, I've never met, but I read some of his posts. I met him on another post of a friend, Facebook friend, who, it was funny to me. He was disagreeing with me. Dr. Moxie agreed with one something I said, then he agreed with Dr. Moxie. So I had to show him when I said the same thing, you didn't like it. But when the doctor said it, you all on the doctor. So I don't get what you're doing. Because I appear to be a commoner, you're not going to go for it. But whatever. You agree with the doctor, me and the doctor on the same page. So however you see it, but you just don't want to agree with me because you don't want to say that I'm right. And I'm cool with that. The competition that we got, the crazy competition about being first has got to stop. Let's compete to make each other better. Men and women. I can compete with Katina to make her better at something. Katina, if you don't mind, can you inbox me your phone number, please? Because I do have some questions, and I do a show where you can call in, and I would love to try to get you on there to say some things, if you don't mind. CB, one of my favorite poets, is in the house. I talk about her and her poetry. We don't have to hate. We don't have to try to discredit people just because their priorities are different. Which type of groupies? I mean, if the groupies are the sheep, I can't even say some of them are groupies. Some people just, it's like kids. And anybody who got kids over 14, I'm gonna say y'all all heard this before. You can tell your kids something and they won't buy into it until somebody else say it. It just sounds better when it comes from somebody else. And to me, that's the craziest thing. But and at a certain point, I get it. My daughter won't go for the fact if I tell her she's beautiful because I'm supposed to tell her that. But if somebody else says, she'll buy into it. And I get part of that mentality, even though that's not the case with this one, because she'll tell you herself she's beautiful because she knows it, because we stress it. Hey, Mrs. Schulter-Brown, how you doing? How's the weather over there? Is it nice and warm, or is it rainy? It's kind of rainy here. So, but yeah, we got to get to the point where we do educate our children. If they don't get a cosign on it till later, that's fine. But it's been introduced to their system so they could get it. The one that you said they don't agree with you. Okay, I got you. And sometimes I don't know if it's a groupie so much as you just hate when somebody who you think is less than you says something, because sometimes we want to be smarter than other people. What's going on, Oscar Williams? And being smarter than other people is highly overrated, because there are lots of people I'm smarter than in certain subjects. There are lots of people who are smarter than me in certain subjects. It just depends on what the subject is. When it comes to law, because I was a cop for 22 years, I do have a healthy knowledge. Doesn't make me the smartest man on the planet, but it makes me great in my subject matter. But then we doing something else, somebody else may be great. So that whole smartest thing, it just depends on what the subject is. Because sometimes, every now and then, you should be the smartest person in the room when it comes to certain subjects. You should have something to bring to the table. We may all be on the same page, but you may not want to hear what someone on your level says, right? Because how could they know? Right, and that's it. That competition is stupid. Some of us need to use other methods in order to hear people buying. I use comedy, some use music, some use film. Exactly. And that's the thing. We don't want people who we think are at our level or below us to know more than us, so we just ain't agreeing. But we see some initials, we co-sign. Oh, the doctor said, because he's smart. And however you get it, you get it. But pro-black means not fighting for the wrong reasons. Like I say, challenge the system. Challenge the system by all means. Clayton challenged me a couple of times. I don't have a beef with it. Challenge the system. Anybody who can't handle your challenge is not worthy. And whatever point it is they're trying to make, I can tell you with 99% accuracy, is not valid. It's like when our parents told us because I said so. It may have been right, but because they said that, we didn't even want to hear it because we got questions. Why I got to go to bed early? Because a smart parent let us stay up late and we saw how hard it was to get up the next morning. We learned a lesson. They proved their point. Stay up late. But when you can't get up the first time, that's on you. Because now they don't give us a ride to school. Cool, I got you, Katina. And that's the whole thing. We gotta be open-minded, and we gotta accept the challenges, the good challenges that come from people who we respect or who we respect their thought process. Because you don't have to like me. Just be prepared to explain your thought process to me if I ask you. Be prepared to, as the judge, prove your case. Don't just say because I know. Don't just say because I said so. Or, that's just not how the system works. It's not. So, pro-black, let's incorporate that into what we do. But let's incorporate it without being violent. Let's be pro-black without being accusatory. If somebody asks you a question, be able to defend or at least explain your thought process. Not cause. I'm gonna stick to the fact that if you want police violence to change, you gotta elect the right officials. If you live in a city or a small municipality, that comes from within. That starts. Your top line guy is the mayor. The mayor selects the police chief. So if you don't like what's going on, find you somebody to be mayor who will support your cause, which means you gotta vote, which means you gotta know. Because again, a lot of us seem to be voting on color and not issue. And we're being led astray by people who look like us, but don't mean us any good. They don't have our best interests at heart, but because we're so blinded by everything other than race, we don't know what we're looking for. Let's vote for him because he's black. Let's vote for him because he's dark skinned. Let's vote for him because he got a beard. Well, what does he stand for? Oh no, but he's black, so he can't be all bad. I'd rather have him than one of them white guys. That's retardable. LA Pink is in the house. I already told y'all, if y'all like the necklaces, Katina, LA Pink, I'm the brand ambassador, LA Creative Creations. This is what she does. This is what I do. All right, so for the last 10 minutes, I'm gonna put my other one on. This is my black lava with, you can't see these stones. They kind of brownish yellow, so they still go up the shirt. It's just not as bright as this. I like this one better. This is what happens when you're a brand ambassador, and they give you a bunch of necklaces, so you just match. So she the reason I ain't wearing bow ties, Ernest, so don't fuss. But we got to support each other when we deserve support. Let's just not blindly support each other because we look like each other. Let's make sure that when we support somebody, they putting out a good quality product that we can stand behind, that we don't mind attaching our name to. Let me just tell you this right quick. So I ran a security company, small one, not anything like my boss does. And I asked everybody would say, "Hey man, you looking for some more people?" I can't interview everybody. So when you recommend me somebody, I only got one requirement, that if I fire them, I'm firing you. So the person you recommended, do you bet your job on them? And you're surprised. I got a lot of great people. I got a few great people because a lot of people said I want to recommend somebody, but I don't want to attach my name to them. So if you don't want to attach your name to them, why you want me to hire them? Let's be accountable for what we do. Let's be accountable for who we promote. Let's make sure that who we promote is doing something good for us. Let's make sure that who we promote can be held accountable, can explain what they're doing and why they're doing. Sometimes I'm combative just because I don't like certain systems, and I will call them out. Sometimes I'm not. And sometimes I'm not. Somebody said silence means you go along with the system. So it doesn't. Sometimes silence means I don't know enough to ask questions. So I'm listening and learning. But just because I'm silent doesn't mean I support somebody. When I support somebody, I stand up and say it. But if I'm on the fence, I'm not gonna say anything until I know enough. So, and I'm gonna use you, Cardrica, right now, because right now you my favorite person for this show. I don't know if Cardrica is a good agent or not. Y'all gonna tell me. But I know when I asked her a question, she was right on point. She didn't shy away. She said y'all could hear her. She was answering questions. She started talking about term insurance, whole insurance. Those two terms you need to know. She started talking about people who think they can get $200,000 life insurance off $20 a month. Now that part I can tell you ain't help because I got a nice size and it ain't $20 a month. So these things, once y'all tell me good stuff, hell, I may even call Cardrica myself and because I don't mind having another insurance policy. To me, you can't never have enough insurance based on what your lifestyle is, and I don't live an expensive lifestyle. But this is what we got to do. Let's support each other because we deserve the support. Don't support me because I'm black. If I'm saying crazy stuff and I can't explain why I'm saying crazy stuff, then don't support me. So don't support me just because of this. That's not pro-black. That's pro-stupidity. When we support somebody and we using the pro-black thing, let's make sure this pro-black person has earned it. When I tell y'all about my mechanic, Fletcher, who's black, see, I'm supporting him, not because he just happens to be black, but he's a great mechanic. So yeah, I support him. When I tell y'all about my tax guy, and I ain't saying nobody else's tax guy ain't good, but when I tell y'all about Ricky Clemens, he just happens to be black, great tax guy. When I tell y'all about certain people, when I tell y'all about Robert is a singer. It just happens to be black. L.A. Pink, who designs my necklaces. See, I don't just wear them because she designed them and I can get some. I wear them because I like them. These are nice. These are nice. And when y'all see the next collection that's coming out, I might have an attitude. I might be beside myself wearing them. I just might be a little snooty. But it's because I support her. She just happens to be. So when I talk to you guys, and I got white people watch the show, and a lot of them are pro-black. Amy, I told y'all, is pro-black. She only wants to date black men. She grew up around them. That's what she likes. That's her preference. She get a lot of flack for it. She's white. She's not anti-white. You can be pro-black. You can be pro-white. You can be pro-everything at the same time. You just can't be anti. Anti is not what you want to be. You can support your own without degrading other people. I shouldn't say, oh, I can't go eat Chinese food. I like Chinese food, but ain't no black Chinese people. That's not what pro-black means. We got to stop thinking that that's what it means. Greg prints a magazine and he does a radio show. If Greg get 3 people to print his magazine, Greg is a businessman. He got to go who's going to give him the best price and the best product. If that's not a black guy, oh man, why you ain't give it to the black? Once again, I had a friend who opened a bookstore. I wanted to support him. The local bookstore charged me $8 for the book. My friend wanted to charge me $20 for the book. That's more than 100% markup. And he wanted me to understand his business costs. I can't. Dude, I still got to feed my family. I got to feed my family. Why would I spend that much more? I would have paid $10. I might even pay $12. But why would I pay more than double what the book costs to support him? That would have made me stupid. Okay, Cardrica, be good. Carl Smith, what's going on, bro? Carl Smith, we've been friends for since 80, 89, 90 maybe. Me and Carl been friends since 90. I wouldn't trade Carl for nothing in the world. Cardrica, don't forget to leave a review. These many stars, like the page and share the page, all right? Yeah, in my closing, it's 7:55. So hey, I appreciate y'all for joining me. If you never watched the show before, for those of y'all who don't know, you're supposed to come to the Random Thought with DBP page, the show page. Leave a review, leave these many stars. Tell me what you like, didn't like, or how I can make the show better for you. If you got something that you want me to talk about, inbox me. Me or one of my team, one of my management team will get back to you. But by all means, please feel free to share the show. Like it. That's that's the best thing you can do for me is like the page, leave me a review. Hey, Melanie. But come to the Random Thought with DVP page. That's the show page. That's where everything go down. You can also catch me on YouTube, Random Thoughts with DVP, Instagram, RWTWDVP. But make sure you leave me a review and inbox me if there's something that you want me to talk about, or just tell me how I can make the show better. I want to take these closing times to thank my management team, Katrina Dunbar, John L. Stinson, Raylene Driver James, Odessa, who is out of town traveling the country without me, makes me sad. Chuck Taylor, who's probably doing something I ain't got no business knowing about. Anyway, Rod Thomas, Cleopatra Jones. These are the ones that make me great. These are the ones who push me to do this, along with you guys. So tell me what you didn't like. Make sure you like the page. Leave me these many stars, please. I'm trying to get a radio show, which may be coming next month. I got a lot of things going on. I appreciate you guys for giving me time out your day. More of you guys will know. If you like the necklaces, nice and heavy, like the bracelets, check out my girl, LA Pink. I am a brand ambassador. Anytime you see me, I'm going to probably have them on. Katina, make sure you go back to the right page and leave me a review. Leave me some stars. Like the page. Ask your friends to like the page. And I'm going to get with you because I need for you to give me a testimonial. All right? So with that being said, I'm going to leave y'all with this closing thought. I do what I have to so that I can do what I want to. Pro-Black does not mean you have to support everything Black. It means you can question the system and make sure it's worthy of your support. Make sure it does something good, at least for you and for your community. Understand the difference. Sometimes we have personal issues that take precedence over the community. But make sure it doesn't harm other people, especially those up under you. No matter how high we get, we are still not the majority in our own minority ways. We got to make sure we take care of the people who are less fortunate than us. So let's not do something that hurts them in the process. All right. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys. Peace, popcorn, and chicken grease. I will see y'all in 6 days. I would tell y'all 22 hours, but y'all know I'm gonna be late, so 21 hours and some change. All right. And with that, y'all know what it is. Oh, cheers. Keeper Taylor, how you doing? You late? 6 to 8 Eastern Standard Time. Peace, popcorn, and chicken grease.